See you live.
And I need to sort out. I got this teeth. I smashed out my front tooth squatting.
Oh shit.
My mate slapped me on the back to like hype me up a few years ago.
Your front tooth, where?
It's a little bit darker.
Oh yeah.
At the top. So I was about to do a set on squats. He slapped me in the back. He's like, come on, let's go, let's do this. And then he like did it really hard right as I was about to go under the bar. Fell forwards. Oh, it makes me cringe thinking about it. And then I smashed out the front tooth like horizontally.
God, man.
And then I spent like a whole summer, dude, looking like a farmer. The NHS completely screwed it up. I couldn't.
What? How did they screw it up?
So they're meant to repair it, right?
Yeah.
And it was so imagine like my tooth is snapped diagonally like that.
Yeah.
And they're meant to repair it. And I went in there like on an emergency appointment because I literally had no front tooth. It snapped in half.
Yeah.
And then you're like cringing.
Bro, I'm really squeamish. I'm such a squeamish guy.
Yeah. But anyway, I won't go into too much detail. But long story short, they're meant to fix it. And they were like, went in there. It's this Romanian guy, I think the dentist was. And he was like, oh yeah, this is a temporary fix. It will be like, we'll come back in next month and then we'll do it properly.
Yeah.
So he did this like freaking Franken tooth, bro. Like 20 minutes. It was like...
Shit.
It was the worst thing you'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And then I went back in there for my appointment and he was like, oh no, it's done. That's it. And I was like, what?
Yeah, fuck that.
And then yeah, since then I had like, I got it done privately.
Yeah.
But because the tooth is like snapped, it's basically died.
Yeah.
Or I had a root canal in it as well. So that's why it's this card. I need to get that sorted. Long story short.
Did you not be like, did it not tempt you to get like veneers at that point?
Oh, I was gonna, dude.
Yeah.
I was gonna go to Turkey and get veneers.
Yeah, I probably would have done that.
I got it offered for free if I would make a video on it.
Why didn't you do it then?
Because I met this dentist. What's her name? It's a clinic in Southampton. I feel like if I do put this in, I'll plug it. Her name's Casey. And what's the name? Bridgeways Dental. That's it. I got to shout them out.
Yeah.
And she messaged me because I said on my Instagram story I was going to get veneers.
Yeah.
And she messaged me and she was like, "Do not get veneers. Like I will do it. Like I will whatever deal like they have. I will help you out."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Because." Basically, they shave down all your teeth to little stumps, don't you?
Yeah.
But as soon as they shave down the tooth and put something over it, your actual teeth will decay. So like, I think a veneer's only got a life of like 10 years. So if you get them when you're like 20, after 10 years, what can happen
They fall out.
Your teeth can decay and then they fall out.
Fuck.
And then you have like no real teeth left.
Oh,
You have to
God.
get implants into the gums. And yeah, so she basically saved the tooth. Only did that one, and yeah, man.
Have you heard of composite bonding?
That's what I got on this one.
Right.
Yeah. And it's a bit chipped now. It's pretty shit, but it was like spot on.
Right.
Have you had it?
No. I used to have really bad teeth, so I used to have it was only about a year ago. I had like my front tooth like completely overlapped the other one.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna just fucking I didn't want to get veneers because of all of the horrible chirping down the teeth.
The Gollum teeth, like Lord of the Rings.
Didn't want that. But I looked into composite bonding and I basically got advice from dentists, and in the end I just got Invisaligners.
Yeah, I got that as well.
Yeah.
How do you find it?
Amazing, mate.
So good, isn't it?
I think that teeth, like when it comes to like being more attractive, I think that if you have a solid set of teeth, it genuinely is so underrated.
Mate, it changed my life. Like I used to literally, it's just like people are gonna laugh at this. When I was like, when I was a kid, I used to have like a really big gap in my front teeth.
Yeah,
like it could fit like a credit card in between it. It was freaking massive.
Yeah,
and like I've got a little gap now, but I got them to keep the gap because I just felt weird not having it.
Really?
Yeah, when I got Invisalign, I should have got it closed. In hindsight, I'm an idiot.
I can't really see the gap.
I don't care. It's tiny. But yeah, I used to like come home from school, mate. I used to like cry about the gap in my teeth and like all this stuff. And then yeah, so I really, really wanted it. And then I got Invisalign when I had a bit more money, as a bit older.
Yeah.
Got it done, and like, oh dude, it's
so easy.
I do not regret it at all.
Yeah,
like not at all.
Your teeth, it's not like braces. Your teeth still look decent like when you're wearing them. And
then if you go, you can take the Invisalign out.
Yeah.
You don't have like train tracks at like 25 years
So
old.
sick,
It's mad, man. How did you? I think I saw in a story actually. You're bulking. And you're the Invisalign. You're like, how do people do this?
Oh, what? Like having to take them out all the time?
Yeah, bro. Take them out to eat.
It was long, but I'm glad I did it. I'm really glad I did it. Helped my confidence a lot.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
bro.
Fair, man. What were we talking about before that? What's it going to start with? YouTube.
Well, we've been setting up, for the people who don't know, we're in my house right now, so we've had to set up everything. So we've been kind of like waffling for the last 30 minutes. So I've told him a lot, which probably I should have said in the podcast. But yeah, we've been getting to know each other. Before this, What were we chatting about? How do we go on to teeth?
Oh, you're talking about well, you said that improved your confidence. I thought that's quite a cool one. Because you had issues with, you had issues with skin as well, didn't you? Skin looks good.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, that's been a big problem.
Decent.
That's been a big problem of mine.
yeah.
Acne's been, mate, like, in fact, a year ago today, I'll show you this photo.
Is it bad?
I'll put it on the I'll show the camera as well.
Yeah.
This was my skin a year ago today. Like, it came up. You know, have you got Snapchat?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. I do have Snapchat. I don't
it
really use
comes
it,
up like it shows you like your year ago today photo.
Yeah.
So my skin was looking like that,
bro.
So I don't know how well the camera can see it, to be fair, but I'll send you the photo.
Do you wet shave?
No, no, I don't.
Do you find it? Did you used to?
I couldn't.
Really?
Because my acne was that bad.
Yeah.
I just couldn't shave.
That used to ruin my skin, bro.
Did it?
Wet shaving.
What do you do now?
I just use a one blade. So now I've got a bit of stubble.
Yeah.
I just do 2 mil on the. But one I use.
Is that one of those electric ones?
Yeah, it's like a Wilkins, a Philips one blade. So it's the green one.
I think I have something similar.
Yeah, but but you can do it skin as well, like you have now, like literally skin face, and it made such a difference, man. Because I used to break out in spots, not as bad as you.
Is it because of that?
What maybe it was the ridiculous amounts of steroids that I was using as well. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I got loads of them. They were like, "Oh, you got acne because of all the steroids you're doing." I was like, "I've always had acne."
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, no, I use an electric razor, and that helps a lot.
Yeah.
But to be honest, mate, I've just done a course of Accutane.
Yes.
Which is like the most powerful acne drug you can do.
Again, I watched your video on that.
Yeah.
I watched your video on that.
And it's very hard for me to get acne now. So I have still a bit of scarring. So I got a bit of scarring there.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I don't really get any acne.
Do you use anything on your face now?
What do you mean?
Any like creams?
Nothing.
Right. This is one thing you should use.
Right.
I think I watched your video. I wanted to tell you this.
Yeah.
Something called tretinoin.
Okay.
So I think it's basically what it does is it causes your skin to create new skin cells quicker.
Okay.
So it causes I can't remember how it works. It's like a vitamin B6 derivative or whatever that means. And then it causes your skin to produce more collagen or more skin cells. And it's similar to Accutane somehow, but it's like a step down from it.
Yeah.
So it's a cream that you put on your face. This isn't like sponsored. I'm not working with the company low key. But I did loads of research into it because I had like really like patchy, like blemishy skin.
Yeah.
Like I had like a lot of like, I still have it a little bit because I've only been doing it for a few months, but I had like red patches and like really fine red spots.
Yeah.
And then this stuff, dude, has literally changed my life. Like I've been using it every single day.
Yeah.
And then you just like put a little bit on your face once a day. And it's like the only thing that's actually scientifically backed that I would bother with, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Tretinoin.
Yeah. After this,
It might help my scarring, to be fair.
dude, it's meant to be anti-wrinkle. It's meant to be improve scars. It's meant to improve like skin quality and texture and also reduce spots as well. But because I was in Finland recently and they lost all my luggage with that in.
Yeah.
So I stopped taking it for a week. And then,
you noticed.
yeah, man, like I haven't had any spots at all in like months.
Yeah.
So I got that one on my face there. Started to get other ones. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, fuck that.
This shit's crazy.
Do you wear sunscreen?
Yes.
That's the one thing that like every single dermatologist, because I've obviously done countless amounts of research on skin now.
Yeah.
Sunscreen is like the big thing.
Just started, dude. I've just started, but I do it every day now.
Yeah.
A moisturizer with sun cream.
Is it the CeraVe stuff you got?
I just use like a simple, I think it's a woman's one.
Yeah.
But I just grab it from Amazon,
days,
slap it on my face every day.
It'll make you seem younger when you're older.
Tretinoin, exactly, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's a bit of skincare.
get the hair transplant and I'll be reverse aging, lad.
Mate,
Reverse aging.
Brand new hair, better skin, mate.
But yeah, dude, it's good because you don't get the side effects that you can get from Accutane either. It's pretty side effect free, I think. But
that's good. I mean, to be fair, I've done the Accutane course now, so I had to go through that like big struggle. But now I'm kind of.
Did you feel stuff from it?
So when I first started taking it, I obviously was noticing you get kind of like so my acne was bad. And then you take Accutane, you go through like a purging stage.
Yeah.
And that's basically where the acne gets worse before it gets better, right?
Yeah.
So when that happened for like several weeks, it just fucked my mental health so bad.
Yeah.
I was like looking at myself in the mirror. But it got to the point where my bathroom mirror upstairs, because when you come out the showers, the spots are so much more exaggerated, right? They look redder for some reason.
Yeah, your skin gets a bit red.
Yeah, so when I came out of the shower, I'd look at myself and I wouldn't be able to look in the mirror. I was so disgusted. I got rid of the mirror in my bathroom. I was that like fucked, bro. And it happened for so long. And the problem is, which makes it so much worse, is I'm having to post on like socials to like so many people. And when you feel that insecure and you're posting to tens of thousands of people, it's just a bit like...
It exaggerates it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes it a bit worse. But yeah, I went through that, the purging stage, things got worse. It fucked up my mental health. So I decided to come off Accutane, which then made the acne even worse. And then I got back on it and I kind of just pushed through it.
Yeah.
And now it's good again.
Yeah.
And I feel the happiest I ever have now. Like genuinely.
Mate, it's weird because everyone's like, oh, you've got to be, obviously it's a big thing, like being comfortable in the skin you're in is good. But I think there's no reason, if you can improve yourself to be better, there's no reason.
Why wouldn't you
do that? Like improve your reality.
Yeah. And there's so many advantages in life too, as much as this sounds horrible, but if you're more attractive, mate, it makes your life a whole lot easier. You get treated better. It's fucked. Like it's really fucked, but you get treated better. You have more opportunities. I saw a statistic about like you're more likely to get a job with your tool or something like that.
100%.
Even for females, I mean, if they're attractive, they've got
100% of girls.
An easy life.
It's like a cheat code for life, dude. But that's the thing. Like that's why I kind of pressed, like, especially I used to always press on about it. Cause I believe that I think that no matter how like ugly and disfigured you are, you can always get to a good level,
mate.
If you go to the gym,
couldn't agree more.
If you eat some good food, if you take some care, you know what I mean? Like,
mate, sort your teeth out, sort your hairstyle out, go gym, get a bit lower body fat to improve the jawline, get a tan, sort your style out a little bit, you know, wear nice fitting clothes if you've got a bit of muscle.
Fashion YouTubers, whatever,
And genuinely, bro, you can go from, you can improve your, like, let's say a scale from 1 to 10. I think you can go up by like 4, 5.
100%, man.
If you just sort all of these factors.
100%, yeah.
And that's actually a video I'm doing in a week or two.
Really?
It's like how to improve like your physical appearance, and that can help with self-confidence and all of this.
Yeah.
So, I completely agree.
It definitely does. It's like, it is superficial, but it does go deeper and make it, like I said, when I got my teeth done, man, it made like I just felt like on top of the world. Like I had all that confidence. But I think the thing is as well, it's like a two-edged coin. Like some people would look at me with the messed up teeth and they wouldn't even notice it. Well, it was quite bad. They probably would.
No, I get you though. Like, no, carry on. But
go.
You notice stuff way more on yourself than other people do. Yeah. So I'm sure that
your own worst critic.
Yeah, you only and when you got the new teeth done, like maybe some people would have noticed. I'm not sure how bad they were and how good they got.
Pretty bad.
Right. But in regards to other stuff, like let's pretend like you're a pale guy, right?
Yeah. And
then you get a bit of a tan, you feel on top of the world.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
But not many people on the outside are actually going to notice that extremely. But again, it's the self-confidence, and you feel a lot more confident about it, and that can improve your life drastically when you feel more confident.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Right, dude. Tell me the story of YouTube. Tell me how you started.
Okay, so I've been in YouTube since 2012.
Okay.
So a long time. So how old am I? I'm 21.
Yeah.
And 2012 is 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So I've been doing YouTube since I was 10.
That's cool.
And it was basically me and my mate started a channel, and then he stopped doing the channel, so I carried it on.
What was the channel? What did you used to do?
It was just like crappy videos, like, I don't know, football videos or like trampoline videos, just like
I used to do stunts.
Yeah, stunts. I went through a parkour phase. Same. But I was 10. Yeah. But then throughout all these years, I made different channels. Yeah. So I made gaming channels. I made like rapping channels. I made parkour channels. Yeah. Skateboard. All of these channels, right? But the key ingredient being, every time I would edit, and I would over time improve my editing slightly. It wasn't great at the start, but then I started getting into like gun videos where I'd like edit like muzzle flashes on the guns.
After Effects, watching the tutorials.
And I did a bit of After Effects, but Sony Vegas Pro was always my software, right?
Yeah, that's what I started.
And I just continued using that. And then when I got into fitness, you know, just like any other phase that I'd get into, I made a YouTube account out of it after a year. And I did the 1 year body transformation. And I posted that, and it just went. It like for the week first. It was a brand new channel. I posted that as the first video on this brand new channel, and after a week, it was on like 7,000 views, and I was like, "This is unreal for a first." It's not like TikTok or anything. This is YouTube.
Yeah.
For a first video, 7,000 views in a week.
That's nuts.
With no prior advertising. I was like, "What is going on here?" Because all of my other channels got no views, right?
Yeah.
And then as time was going on, it was getting to like 20,000 views, 24,000 views. And every morning, I was in secondary school. Every morning before school, I'd wake up and see how many views this video had gone up by.
Yeah.
And it was going up by like 10,000 views overnight. I'd check it the night before, and then I'd check it the next morning.
You're like, oh my God.
I was like, what's
happening? Yeah.
And then it was at like 80,000 views, and I was like, this is insane. And then I woke up the next morning, like usual, checking my views, and I had a Snapchat from a guy from my year, and the video had gone up on his YouTube account. And I was like, no.
Oh, what? Because you kept it a secret at school?
I didn't want anyone to know I was shirtless on the internet.
Bro, yeah. Fuck.
And I was shitting it, and I was like, please don't tell anyone. And he didn't, thank God. But then the views kept going up, and more people were seeing it.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, that video ended up getting, I think it's on like 27 million views now.
Yeah.
Went absolutely viral. Everyone from my year, everyone from the school saw it. And at that point, I was like, you know what?
I don't give a shit.
They've seen it. Let's carry on making videos, right? So I continued making like little gym vlogs.
Did anyone at school say anything about it?
Like people took the mick a little bit, but then it was kind of mixed. Some people came up to me and said, "Oh, well, at the end of the day, look at the views." Like
because it had gone so big, they kind of respected it.
They were kind of like, we can't really take the mick. But I knew like behind the back, people were because I was still a skinny guy and stuff like that. And it's like some skinny guy going gym. It's a very easy target.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyway, I carried on making gym vlogs, and then I kind of lost motivation for the gym after about half a year of doing that. I got into like Fortnite, got into gaming, was really addicted to this, and I just kind of slacked on the whole gym.
What games did you play?
Fortnite, bro. I was just addicted to Fortnite.
On PC or?
PC, yeah.
You're a hardcore gamer, mate.
Well, I wasn't, and then Fortnite changed me into a PC
really?
boy.
Yeah.
And then it got to probably about a year and a half after I posted that initial video, and I was kind of like dissatisfied with where I was at in life, and I really wanted to get back into the gym. What
were you doing? Were you in school then?
I was in secondary school doing my A-levels.
Yeah.
So I was in sixth form, which is like college sixth form.
Yeah.
And I was so skinny, like severely underweight. I was like 60 kilos, 6'4".
Bro, I'm 60 kilos. Oh, I was 60 kilos at 5'11". I thought I was like malnourished.
Yeah,
that's
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what I'm on about. I was very skinny.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I need to get back into this. So I started training again. And at this point, I had about 50,000 subscribers just solely from that initial video. But none of these subscribers were like actual viewers. Like they didn't care about me. They just subscribed because they'd seen the transformation. But when I'd post, I'd lose subscribers because they didn't care about my videos. Anyway, I started making videos again. I did a series called Skinny Kid Bulking Up.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started gaining more viewers, and it was kind of.
I think I first saw your stuff.
Yeah, it probably was, but
Yeah.
it did decent. And this was like 2018 time, 2019.
Yeah.
So fitness wasn't that big. Like it hadn't gone mainstream. Like, you know, fitness kind of went mainstream lockdown, TikTok time.
Yeah.
So me and you were kind of there before fitness became such a big thing, bro.
Yeah.
And not many people were doing videos. Like there were loads of fitness guys who were big, but I wanted to be the guy who wasn't big, and you kind of follow my journey to getting big.
Yeah, man.
And that was kind of unique at that point.
That's what I've always seen in your stuff.
And yeah, I just posted this series about me like bulking up, and then I started getting actual subscribers who cared about me. And then lockdown hit, and I was like, right, let's just try and take this serious because I've got loads of time. So I started making like entertaining fitness videos, improving on my editing. Like it was my entire life. Like during lockdown, I was living at my parents. I wanted to post 2 times a week, and it's hard because we were locked down in the house.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to post, and I did. And then I'm going through the whole YouTube story here.
Oh no, do it, dude. I'm interested.
And then
this is for me. I just want to hear it.
And then, okay, lockdown was not well. And then I was getting my A-level results back, and I had a choice here. It was go to uni or try and pursue this YouTube thing. And my dad said, look, why don't you try and give the YouTube thing a go? Like do 1 year gap year and see how it goes. So I did that. I took a gap year, grinded YouTube, and it went insane. And I haven't been to uni since. So the initial plan was to go to university.
What were you going to study?
IT, business management, like some stuff that I didn't really care about.
Yeah.
But I was just pretty good at it. And yeah, since then I've just kind of been posting. You know, I care about a lot about the editing of my videos and just like entertaining fitness type videos nowadays.
Yeah, man, because that's the thing as well. I think I had this thought in a car actually when I was driving here.
Yeah.
I was like, I swear, I can't remember when it was, but I said to you, I was like, you're gonna be the biggest fitness YouTuber.
I think I remember that actually.
It's either in the world or in the UK.
Yeah, I think I remember.
I was like, mate, mark my fucking. I watched one of your videos, like, mark my fucking words. Like, it's happening. And this must have been like 2 years ago.
Have a look.
I looked.
Did you check?
Obviously, I pulled over.
Oh, really?
Obviously, I had to scroll through the IG messages. I couldn't see it, and I was like, "Why did I say this to you?" Might have been on WhatsApp. I don't know.
I do remember.
Do you remember
that.
it?
I do remember that.
Yeah,
vaguely. Yeah.
But yeah, man. But the thing with me is, I was like, your videos are kind of like the Casey Neistat of fitness.
That's such a compliment.
And I think it's sick because I don't really watch people on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch TV. I watch usually more than TV, but I watch like weird like World War II stuff and like any like random weird documentaries and stuff.
You don't really watch fitness?
Not really, no. Yeah. Like not really. But then I'll see like one of your videos come up. I'll be like, I'll just click on it.
Yeah.
And then I'll end up watching the entire thing.
Okay.
And I'm like, fuck.
That's
like
good.
This editing, mate.
Done my job right there.
It's on point. Like
you're a big editor as well.
Yeah, man.
So you kind of appreciate that sort of stuff.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick your brains on it.
Okay.
That's the main thing. Like that's like one of the main things that I wanted to like chat to you about.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like that's what I'm saying. Watching the stuff, and I was like, it just like I don't know what it is, but it's just like
I think it's just short,
I'm just
sweet.
Hooked on it. Yeah. What made you do that? Because I think a lot of your videos, I've noticed you had some longer ones now, but it's almost like you went through a phase of doing like really short videos.
Yeah.
Like why?
Well, I'm still trying to do somewhat short videos. But, okay. So it's a very simple thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm ever out in public and someone comes up to me and says, there's two things people come up to me, and 95% of the time, if someone comes up to me, there's two things they say. One is you're taller in person.
Yeah.
Two is make your videos longer. I want you to do longer videos, something along those lines, right?
Yeah.
And that's perfect for me because the common saying of you want what you can't have.
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone finishes my video because it's short, they want more.
Yeah.
So what happens when I next post? They're going to click on that.
Okay.
They're going to click on that next video.
Okay.
Compared to if I made the video super long,
Yeah.
and maybe I'll get a bit more ad revenue for that super long video, whatever. But they maybe click off the video after 75% of it because they're a bit bored at that point.
Yeah.
The next time I post, they're less likely to click on this new video.
Yeah.
So that's my logic behind it. Make them short and sweet. Make them want more, basically.
Is there anything like for the algorithm, or did you literally just do that for that sole reason?
Did it for that sole reason. It worked amazing.
And that was a conscious...
that was a conscious decision.
When did you decide to do that?
When I decided to do it is when the views were really starting to like build up. It was probably about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you go through my video, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, like just short and sweet is it, and it clearly works because you watch till the end. So
yeah, man. I think that's as well. Like it'll probably do really well in the algorithm because people are watching the full duration as a percentage of
high
the video.
View attention.
So yeah, that's it. So interesting, man. And then what did you in terms of the gym videos as well?
Yeah.
Because like I notice a lot of people, it's not so common anymore, but like this Christian Guzman style, like gym vlogs, like everyone used to do that, didn't they? Did you ever start of anything like that?
My Skinny Kid Bulking Up was a bit like, here's what I'm eating in the day, like here's me going to the gym, here's a 10-minute gym montage. But it's kind of just a bit outdated.
Some like sick music.
Yeah, some like royalty-free music.
Yeah.
But I think it's a bit outdated now. If you look at like the majority of fitness YouTubers, especially with the whole TikTok being a thing now and viewer attention span is like ground zero.
Yeah.
You can't do a 10-minute montage of you working out. You need to kind of make it a bit more snappy, change the clips like constantly and stuff like that.
So in terms of content, then you have like a structured, planned video.
With me, it's like
how do you do it? How do you come up with those ideas?
So I think of like what would be. So I got this idea off like Brownie.
Yeah.
And it's like you kind of think of what's going to be a good thumbnail and title.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, that's the important part, right?
Yeah.
It's all good having an amazing video, but if they don't actually click on the video, who cares? So you think of a really cool thumbnail and title. And then you think of, okay, well, how can I make this into an actual entertaining video?
Yeah.
So I just went to the Netherlands and filmed the country with the tallest people in the world.
Yeah.
Cool thumbnail and title. It's going to be me like looking up at a really tall guy.
Did you find anyone huge?
Mate, 7-foot guys just strolling around Utrecht in Netherlands. It was
No
mad.
way.
I was with two of my mates who are like 5'10", 5'8",
Yeah.
and they were just like felt so short.
I think 5'9's the average height, isn't it?
Where?
In the UK. Or
No, 5'7" is the average height for a male in the UK.
No way.
Yeah, I researched
wow. That's good for if you're 5'7" though. Your average height.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
But in Netherlands, 6'1".
That's mental.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Are the women taller as well? The girls taller?
Yes, the women are the average height of a woman is taller than the average height of a male in the UK. So it's a pretty cool video, and we went there, we filmed that.
Yeah.
And I kind of make a little structure of what I want to film, of how I want the video to go.
Yeah.
But then when I get into the editing software, I will again make another structure when I'm up there in like editing my video. I'll do like a little storyboard.
Will you do that? Will you write that out, or how you do a storyboard?
I'll write out like a little script, and then how the video is going to go. So at this point, I interview people. At this point, I explain why people are actually tall. But then when I'm actually editing, it may change. And
do you think of it from a point of view as a start, beginning, an end?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Hive?
What's that?
Oh, it's like the Hive framework. It's like hook, intro. I can't even remember. It's basically like a way of storytelling.
Yeah, I kind of follow the whole idea of I'll make an intro.
Yeah.
So it's like I explain everything. So you kind of think of it as much as it sounds bad, you think of the viewer as like the dumbest person in the world.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you need to explain everything.
Everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously there's a challenge there because you want to explain everything, but you want to keep it short at the same time so people don't tune out of the video and get bored.
Yeah.
And then once I've explained everything, I'll go into the video.
Yeah.
There'll be some story behind it, and there may be some sort of like reward that they get at the end. For example, like you've set yourself a challenge at the start of the video, and by the end of it, you want to complete it so the viewers are satisfied, for example.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen your videos as well. Like you're really good at storytelling as well. I think that separates like a lot of YouTubers. Like you can watch a lot of videos where it's just them going to the gym, it's just them getting in the car chatting for a bit and going to the gym, and that's cool as well. But
yeah,
when you're like, it's fun storytelling, do you get what I'm saying? It makes a video so much more entertaining.
But I think the thing that separates us then would be your clarity and direction with the video.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll just literally be like, fuck it, let's just film something.
Okay, yeah,
which is not a good, not a good thing from like a growth or a viewpoint of view. But sometimes I just feel like being like a weirdo, making some weird video.
That is your style, though, isn't it?
But I should probably be.
You do different types, don't you? Like sometimes it's a fuck it video.
Don't
sometimes
do this.
It's no, but it's cool. It is cool. With me, it's like I just want to. I'm very OCD in what I post, so I have to make it like.
But I like that, man. It means it has meaning. Like there's always something, there's always like a purpose, or there's always something with your content, which is like what I like.
As much as it sounds bad, it's like if I post a bad video, I will think to myself, a viewer's going to watch this and then not click on my future video, and then I've lost a viewer. Yeah. So I would rather wait 2 weeks and post one good video than over 2 weeks post two not as good videos.
So you're all about quality over quantity.
Yeah. So
really?
my lockdown, I was posting twice a week. Now I'm posting like once every 2 weeks, which is not
okay.
Which is, I need to improve that a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get out these videos, but yeah, I'd rather it be quality over quantity, as you say. Yeah.
Have you ever had a video that you shot and you spent like loads of time on and just scrapped it?
Yeah.
Like
traveled to Iceland the other month. Filmed for like 5 days. Get back and I'm like, nah, I don't like this.
Why?
The video it's the safest country in the world.
Okay.
So it's like, you can leave your house unlocked. And we traveled to like some really remote locations,
Yeah.
Spent a lot of money. I flew two of my mates out there, like to help film. And then I came back and I was like, nothing really happened. Like it's a safe country and it's cool, but nothing like that crazy kind of happened. Like there was no cool clips. And I just, scrapped it.
Do you know that Iceland is the country in Europe that has the highest amount of chlamydia?
Really?
In Europe.
Really?
Yeah. That'd be a... Yeah.
Well,
if you ever want to go down that path, Joe.
Probably shouldn't be posting.
OnlyFans.
Do you reckon that'd get demonetized? I don't think it would, actually. If you do it kind of like science-based.
You could definitely do it smartly, yeah. I think I had a look at the guidelines actually on YouTube for once in my life. And
do you get demonetized?
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Like, man. Like, I went all of my like first videos. The translation video I did, it's got like 12, 15 million
That did
views.
insane. Yeah, I remember that.
All demonetized just because of the music that I used already. It's kind of my fault.
Oh, well, that's not. At least it's not YouTube having a vendetta against your channel.
But there is a few bits like it though, dude.
Okay.
Like I got a strike for having a. It's kind of arguable whether. So basically, it was a thumbnail.
Yeah.
And there was two girls in bikinis stood next to me.
Yeah.
Like, my head is kind of at that same height as the ass. But I'm like,
Okay.
it doesn't really count as nudity. Come on.
And it was that like a proper strike. Like,
yes.
you know how you have three of them, right?
Yeah. Channel strike.
Bro.
And I appealed it, and I was like, how? Because you can do try on hauls, like,
Yeah.
and it wasn't sexual. It wasn't like
I've had two girls in bikinis in my thumbnail.
I think it's very
Probably
pick
'cause
and,
where you
pick and
put your head,
choosy, isn't
right?
it? Yeah, probably. And that, I guess that made it.
Have you got the photo of the thumbnail?
I'm pretty sure it's.
I'd like to see. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I'll
now,
show you it. It's on.
'cause I don't want
my-
to get a strike on my channel.
Well, I think you'll be alright. I don't know, because it doesn't. It's almost like someone has looked at it and then they've like not liked the fact that I've used women for a thumbnail. Do you know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah, but that's
someone,
common,
a real
mate.
person at YouTube who has been like, okay, yeah, can't do that. But I see much worse things. So the picture, it's on my cover photo on the Facebook page. See cover photo, is this. So, okay, it looks quite
I'll give my
bad
honest opinion.
in hindsight.
That shouldn't give you a strike. That's ridiculous.
But I got a strike for that anyway.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
I think that YouTube actually likes me. I don't know how to explain this, but every time I post now, the actual YouTube account comments on the video.
Really?
So on my last video, the gym video, they
Yeah.
commented like, "This feels like a spy movie," laughing face. So I'm like, okay, YouTube's on my side.
You're
That's
sorting now.
That's good.
Yeah,
Let's stay in their good books.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely,
they can
man.
recommend my video to more people.
Press click a little button to boost in the algorithm.
Yeah.
But I think that's the thing as well, because your content is always like positive, wholesome, you know. But then it's not fake. It's like it's still real.
Yeah.
And that's the
I try and not keep it family friendly, so I will swear, for example, and I'll keep it somewhat authentic. So
Yeah.
if like I'm annoyed, I'll swear.
it's actually you.
It's actually me,
Yeah.
but you know, I do the little things like I'll bleep out the swear.
Yeah.
And my videos in general are quite educational, entertaining, like inspiring, like without sounding cocky, like that's what I try and go for.
Come on, it's your job, so I think you're allowed to speak about it.
That's what I try and go for, and I think YouTube can see that,
Yeah.
and they're not like, he's some guy who's posting with two asses in the thumbnail.
Or some guy, yeah, definitely.
But no, I think that could be it. I try and stay on their good side, basically, while keeping it authentic. You know, like there's a lot of fake guys who will just be like super
Yeah,
family
man.
friendly, for
Yeah,
example.
like, hey guys, hope
Yeah.
you're having a fantastic day. It's like, shut the
exactly.
fuck up.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. What else, man? I want to touch some more editing.
Yes.
So you said you storyboard it. Is there anything you do like in the actual? So I'm guessing you use Premiere Pro, or do you use Sony Vegas?
Sony
still?
Vegas still.
You still use Vegas?
Yeah, I've just maxed it out, bro.
No
I've
way.
just maxed it out.
No
So I've
way.
been doing it for like 10 years.
Do they still make it?
Yeah, it's crap. It's crap.
Yeah.
It crashes all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm just so used to it. I'm too scared to change.
Mate, if you ever do change, I'm telling you, Final Cut
Is it?
is the way.
I've heard a lot of good things.
I used to be a videographer. I was like, I kind of went for a similar YouTube stage to you, that I became a videographer when I was at kind of at uni to
Yeah.
get some money.
Yeah.
And I used to use Premiere Pro. I used to swear by it. Anyone that used Final Cut was like below me, you know, like Premiere Pro is the one. And then I realized that like time is money.
Yeah.
Like Final Cut, it automatically renders everything in the background.
Yeah.
So when you render like a 40-minute video, it might take like 15 minutes if you've got a good computer.
Wow. Okay.
There's no save option. So every second it saves.
Amazing.
I would go
Yeah.
through like literally like a 7-hour edit on
And then it
Premiere Pro.
crashes.
It would crash. I'd lose everything.
mate. Same. It's the worst.
You ever
feeling.
raged from like Sony Vegas crash?
Sony Vegas like auto saves like every like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So I maybe like 10, 15 minutes. So I'll do like a big edit, which is just long. Then it crashes, and then it's taken me back like 30 seconds in the video,
Yeah.
which I've just done all that editing for. So it's not as bad as you, where you've done like a 7-hour edit and
Yeah.
it all goes. But you rage, like, yeah, you get angry, you get annoyed because you've just wasted a lot of time and effort.
Yeah, it is mentally strained. So anyway, you'll edit videos on there, and then you're saying if you do narration stuff, you'll kind of like, if you need extra shots, you'll do it as you're shooting it.
Yeah, so like there's a lot of times where I will edit a video. No, I'll film a video and I'll film the main part, and then when I get into editing, I'm like, right, I kind of need to get this clip, and this clip technically in the video is before I've done stuff that I've already filmed.
Yeah,
but I kind of I will always be in editing, and I'll need to drive to Nottingham to film a specific clip and all of that.
Have you had people edit for you?
Never.
You tried?
I tried the first time last week, right? So for this gym video.
Yeah.
And I sent these 2 editors who are great editors.
Yeah.
I sent them all my footage. I sent them all the commentating they need. I said, I'm on my phone 24/7 if you need other commentating, if you've got questions, anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, I offered them quite a lot of money, and they tried, and it just wasn't like my videos. And I knew that the viewers would really be able to tell that.
What was it, do you think?
It was, with my videos are short and sweet. They made it like 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
They kind of dragged it out a bit. It wasn't fast paced. And also the music choice.
Oh, mate, that's the biggest one for me, bro.
So big.
When I've had editors do my stuff, yeah, because you're probably quite picky in that sense, like I am as well. It's very specific. It's to set a tone, isn't it?
Couldn't agree more, mate. Couldn't agree more. Music. I'm so passionate about it.
Did you, obviously, it doesn't reflect badly on you, but did you ever get angry, like looking back at the edits?
Oh, what, like at my old
No,
stuff?
I mean, like, because you haven't done it a lot, but I've been through a lot of editors,
right?
And they'd send me something, I'll be watching it like,
what is that?
Why the fuck have you done this?
Like,
I would.
It's like you said, like, we're setting the tone, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, if you're doing a part where it's like a very mysterious, like, part in the video, you want to add some like mysterious music because it sets a tone. It makes everything better. But then like an editor will put like rock music over that or something instead, and it's just
why
completely stupid. Yeah. But music takes so long. What music?
Academic sound.
Okay, get Artlist, mate.
You think it's better?
I have both, but
Artlist.
I use Epidemic Sounds 1% of the time.
Okay.
Artlist has sound effects as well.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I
saw you using I think I stole this from you actually, Licked. I haven't used it.
Licked, yeah.
But there's not a load of stuff because I want like a specific track.
Yeah. Licked is good in specific times. Like, you know, you can obviously get some famous songs, which can be cool, but a lot of the times I don't use it as much anymore. But it can be cool. Yeah. Have you used them then?
I haven't used it, but I think since I think it's something like I saw you had a big track in the video. I was like, hang on a minute,
how do you got that?
And then I saw the little thing at the bottom. I looked in the description, and then I went on it. But then I've tried to use it, but then they haven't had the tunes that I wanted. Like I wanted like a specific track.
If you like a famous song, like
man,
and you're just checking if they had it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good. I've done that as well.
And then sound design as well. That's sound design.
Sound design, yeah.
Like that's the other thing because that I noticed from your content that separates you from the other ones. It's like oh bro, I'm not like it's like a video can be 2D or it can be 3D,
mate,
and it's like the sound, especially on your content, just makes it 3-dimensional. Bro. I'm like, tell me. Go to it.
The thing is, like, I get you so much. Like, I'm the exact same. That was such a good way of explaining like 2D to 3D completely. Like when I look through a video, a lot of the times I will edit the sound effects after. So I've done all the music and all of that, and then it's time to do the sound effects.
So you do the whole video first, basically.
Well, I add a bit of sound effects here and there as I'm editing, but at the end, I'll go through the whole thing and I'll spend hours just adding sound effects here, there, and everywhere to make it better. And
do you enjoy doing this bit?
I love it.
It's quite fun, isn't it?
I love it. Yeah. It's like the simple things of like, let's pretend you're cracking an egg.
Yeah.
You want to add a cool crack egg sound effect, like kind of ASMR.
Oh, so you go into it with that much detail?
Yeah. There's a lot of times where you will not notice, but that will be a sound effect.
So let's say there's a shot of you. Would you ever do stuff like if you're walking on a street, would you add footsteps
I've done that loads of times.
No way.
Yeah.
And you go,
and it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Because not many people will will notice that.
Yeah.
But it kind of adds a bit of 3D to the video.
I clocked it, but not to that extent. I've never like properly analyzed, like your stuff.
And then obviously there's all the other sound effects about like risers and stuff like that.
Like white noise effects.
Yeah.
Like,
And like you can kind of build up the tension and then
go to silence.
Yeah. And that is such a great way of just the viewer may be a bit bored and then boom, their attention's back on the video.
Yeah.
And it's all about that sort of stuff. But yeah, sound design is so I love it so much.
Do you ever get do you ever find like when you're doing a really long edit, do you ever get sick of doing it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, editing's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Thank God you say that, man. Because I'm like, is there just something wrong with me? Because I think we're in a kind of similar boat in the sense that because I had the issues of like people. The content, especially with the stuff I used to do, I used to make like weird, just cinematic stuff.
Yeah.
Like kind of similar to what David did or does.
Yeah.
People would like know my videos for the editing.
Yeah.
And then it's like now I'm stuck editing all the videos.
Yes.
But then I'll get to a point where maybe I need to train, I need to go to the gym, I need to like do other things. And I need to sit on this video for like 50 hours.
So long.
I'm so done.
long. Yeah. What's the longest video you've ever had to edit?
I don't know, man. Maybe it depends. Like, because sometimes I'll drag things out. So, like the recent surgery video I've done, I dragged that out across 2 weeks editing.
Why?
But like, I probably could have done it in 2 days. So if I did 12-hour days, you know what I mean.
But like total time in front of the PC, what would you say is the longest one you've ever done?
Oh, I don't know.
Like obviously it can take 2 weeks, but if you're only doing an hour a day,
Yeah.
I'm saying like total time in front of that PC.
Maybe like 50 to 60 hours.
Fuck.
But that's only like one.
What was that? What was that video?
Maybe the transformation video ones.
Okay.
One of the transformation video ones.
Yeah.
Or like one of the year like wrap up review ones.
Okay.
Because I'd have to go through all the footage. Go through all like try and find like footage from when I was like a little kid. Go through Facebook trying to find like videos.
Whoa,
yeah.
Like I'm going through my dad's Dropbox.
Yeah.
Signing in on his account. I'm going through. I did a video where it was like my journey from 0 years old to 20 or 19. It was ages ago I did the video.
Yeah.
But I was literally like going through my mum's like CD drawer, and she had like old CDs of when we were babies.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't online or anything at this point.
Yeah.
It was ages ago. And I'd put the CD on the TV, and I'd have to buy like a TV recorder, and I'd go to those extents, and people don't realize the extent you go to get these clips.
Oh mate, but that's the thing. It's like you are like the longest overnight success. Like when you told me, as soon as you said to me like, I've been making videos since I was 10, I didn't know this. Like, I didn't know you just I like just assumed like you probably just started editing like crappy fitness videos a few years ago, and then you got better like in a few years, and then like you got lucky and a video went well, like your transformation video.
Well, I definitely did get lucky, like.
But you started at 10, bro. Like
true.
No one could just edit that transfer. It's like everyone just sees that one thing and be like, oh, he just got lucky, and but it's like the cumulative like years and years and years.
Don't get me wrong, like
it in.
The last few years, because I've obviously been putting a lot more time into it, I've definitely improved my editing the last few years better than over those 10 years, because I didn't take it seriously then. But yeah, it's definitely like I couldn't have edited that original video if I hadn't had loads of experience before of editing,
or it wouldn't have done well.
It wouldn't have done well, yeah, because I knew a bit about YouTube. I knew how to like make the thumbnail and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know, the one thing that I thought it was, I remember transformation videos back in the day, and it's still a lot nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
They showed the before and after in the thumbnail.
Yep.
With my transformation, I just showed the skinniest before photo.
I think I know it.
And I didn't show the after.
Yeah.
For the specific reason of, I want them to click on the video to see the after.
Did you edit it know that were you like, this is going to be a big video? Did you know that or not really?
Well, I've been doing YouTube at this point for about... I've been doing YouTube because I've been doing YouTube for like 6 years at that point.
Yeah.
I was just doing it as a video. Like I was hoping it would do well, but I wasn't expecting anything crazy. I put a lot of time into that specific video because I was very passionate about it, because I've been training for the last year.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't expect it to do that.
Did you see yourself like doing it full time though with the YouTube channel?
That's always been my goal. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, like whenever I was growing up, I always wanted to be a YouTuber.
So like you've always had that in the back of your head, making all these channels, all these videos.
Yeah, hoping that one would do well.
That's interesting, man.
But fitness was always a phase, because I went through phases a lot, like skateboarding phase, parkour phase, magic phase, all of this, right?
I did all the same except magic.
Okay, well, you should. Magic's good, right?
Well, I think I got like a magician's kit for my brother. It never stuck, you know.
But yeah, but the phases were always quite short. With fitness, it was a very long phase, and I'm still massively into fitness. So this one's definitely different. Yeah, I love it. It's such a good job, because you love the fitness side of it, you love the making video side of it, and you get to do both. And
yeah, it's crazy, man. I feel like especially with YouTube, is like you've got to love it in order to be able to do something with it. Like, because there is going to be that period, like you said, where you're going to be you can't just start and then get returns from it. You have to actually love the process of creating the videos. And that's why I asked you if you'd like had the plan, but it sounds like you kind of circumvented that, because you enjoy the process of editing and making stuff,
making videos.
But yeah, man, but like I started when I was about 10 as well, like making videos on this crappy little camera.
Oh really?
Yeah. Mad. Like doing there's a clip of me, I put it in a few videos actually, and it's like I'm like, I must be 8 actually.
Yeah.
And I'm on like this seesaw, and we do this like skit where I roll off the back of it, and my friend, because I'm not on the seesaw, he falls off the seesaw, and then I like squirt ketchup in his face, look like blood, and then all this stuff. But like I never ever once thought that I could do social media or as a job or anything like that. I just did it for fun, and then it just kind of like happened when I was at uni.
When did you first ever make a YouTube account then? Like when was
I don't know, dude.
It's been early days.
So
of
I
YouTube.
started doing skating videos, and then I'd make these edits. It's like the account's called Mo Samuels, you can probably find it. But I'd do these like surfing edits, like just filming surfing. And then at the same time, I was probably like 13, 14 years old, I started making accounts where I wanted to make money online. So I started making like all these fake like YouTube accounts where I'd go, one was called the funniest TV ads. And I'd go through the internet and I'd find like these TV ads, like like banned ones.
Make money basically.
Mate, I made a couple of $100, which to me at the time I was like, fucking I remember one video got 100,000 views. I was like, oh my God.
You're famous, But
yeah, I used to do that and upload those. And then it wasn't until I had some problems with my leg. I got hospitalized till I was at university or starting university, that I started like making fitness stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. That's a very unique story, which is what I'm sure helped with your growth.
100%, man. It's just like it adds purpose, isn't it?
For sure.
It adds a reason. Like you've got like the skinny kid bulking up. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
People are going to relate to that.
Yeah.
People that are skinny and want to gain weight.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's like me, like how many people have a crippled leg?
Mate, how is a leg now? Like what is up with that?
It's
like,
all right. So I had a surgery recently called a lymph node transplant.
Yeah.
I literally just did a video on that last night. It was quite a long one. But that, long story short, I've got lymphedema in my leg. Do you know anything about it?
I don't know the specifics about it, no, but I know that you keep like it gets better, right? And then it gets worse.
Yeah, so it makes you prone to infections basically. So the lymphatic system, which is helps you're responsible for your immune system, removal of waste products. Is like lymphatic system is all involved in that. And I've got a problem where I originally thought I damaged it. So I thought I'd like from an injury when I was younger.
Yeah.
But more than likely, it's like it could be genetic. I don't actually know, but I basically got a problem with my lymphatic system, like from my kidneys on my left side all the way down my leg doesn't work properly.
Wow.
So my leg swells up. If I'm standing for long periods of time, it swells up.
Bro.
It can make, if I cut it, means I can get like infections really easily. Hence why I got a black leg all the time.
Is that why then? So just protecting it constantly?
Not to protect it. It's more of like compression.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know if have you ever had an operation before?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever?
But I get why you compress it. Is it like? Well, why are you compressing it then?
Stop from swelling up, basically.
Right. Okay.
Or it'd be like if I didn't wear a black compression tight on it, I'd probably have like an elephant man leg. Yeah, it'd be like disgusting. But yeah, long story short, I got a lymph node transplant surgery. So you have like your lymphatic system, which is almost like veins. Yeah. But they carry around lymphatic fluid. So I say like if you bang your arm, it swells up. That swelling is lymphatic fluid, like a clear fluid. Okay. It's not blood. It's like this actual swelling is tissue fluid. And then you have like these kind of like really small vascular system that just transports this lymphatic fluid. Yeah. And then you have these things called lymph nodes, which are like act like little pumps basically and filters. Yeah. So those are what help pump all the fluid around. Right. And then basically, I had like no lymph nodes in my groin region here, like none at all, in this left side. So I got a surgery where they transplanted some from under my arm and they moved them to my groin.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
So are you calm now then?
Wow. It's like, it's not curable. So it's the surgery is like experimental. So it's not experimental. It's like
so it's quite a rare thing. Then.
Oh, bro, yeah, I had to go to Paris for it.
Wow.
So the person that did the surgery was the person that invented the surgery.
Okay.
So it's not like, it's not like a common
and
thing.
you've explained all this on that video.
Yeah.
I want to check that.
Yeah,
That's
watch it. I go
interesting.
into it in pretty much in quite a lot of depth. But yeah, so she like invented the surgery, and hopefully it'll make things better because like the older you get, basically, the more your leg swells, and then as your leg becomes more swollen, you get something called fibrosis, which is scar tissue. So like the more swollen it gets, the more fibrosis there is, the more tissue builds up, the worse the lymphatic function is. So it's like a snowball effect.
Yeah, it gets
so it gets worse and worse and worse and worse. Yeah, man. So anyway, I got this. They put the lymph nodes in place, and then it'll be about 6 months to 2 years. And the idea is that they like grow in place to see if it's actually worked or done anything.
Fingers crossed.
But I don't appear to be any worse, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Side question then: do you still train legs?
Yeah.
And is that recommended?
Well, it's like it's one of these weird things. Like in the UK, they'll tell you not to get surgery if you have my condition.
Yeah.
They'll tell you it's really bad, dude. They'll tell you that nothing under Goff and some rant, but they'll tell you that there's nothing exists, nothing can be done, and they'll just tell you to basically like deal with it,
live with it.
Oh, it's bad, bro. Because
it's the NHS just trying to save money. Do you reckon that's the reason?
I think it's like lack of they don't really know about the surgery and other surgeons.
Yeah.
They don't have the budget to do it themselves. So that's the main thing. Like I had to pay for the surgery in Paris.
Oh shit! How much is that?
15K.
Fuck, man.
But there's one place in the UK that does it. It's 50K.
What?
Yeah, it's nuts. So
there's not many people who know about this. Basically, it's not a common.
But dude, the crazy thing is, if you have the condition that I have, so like lymphedema, and like children can be born with it as well. But if a baby gets the surgery that Dr. Becker, her name, does in Paris or invented, if a baby gets it, it can cure the condition if they get it young enough. But if they're born with the same condition in the UK, the baby's life will literally be like ruined. Like it will be like disabled. It will have like this fat leg. Like it's ridiculous. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why did it take you so long for it to happen to you then? Because were you not born with it?
No. So I originally thought it was an accident. Like I said, I thought it was like because I used to do a lot of bike riding. Like I thought originally I was like riding my bike and I had one time I had like a handlebar going to my groin. Yeah. I thought that might have damaged it.
Right.
But the scan shows it's like pretty jacked up, my whole lymphatic system. So we don't actually know how it did it or how it happened. But it can happen around puberty to some people, or if you're like unlucky to get it. You can also get it if you get breast cancer. If you get your lymph nodes removed or a breast removed, they can give you it in your arm. It's very common in women, or stuff like that. But yeah, dude. But then the surgery itself, I only found out about at the end of last year. So someone messaged me on Instagram actually. Wow. And she was like, it was this random woman, and she had randomly messaged me because she has the same condition. She got it from a spider bite. A spider bit her. Really? And it gave her this lymphatic mental. Shit. And she was like, how do you manage it so well? How do you how are you, because like if you search it on Instagram, bro, it's like it's fucks. It will be like it's horrible, but it'll be disgusting. Like people's like grow like, do you know the Elephant Man? No. But I know what you're on about. Like it's just gonna be like a tree trunk leg. Yeah, dude. And yeah, she had asked me like, so I gave her some advice on like what I do, like exercise and other things. And then she had actually just kept on looking, found the surgery, and then messaged me to be like, look into this. And that's long story short how I got it. But yeah, I train legs basically. I do train legs, unfortunately. But I've gone down to once a week leg training now. I'm the same. Not because of the condition, just because I don't really want much bigger legs. Yeah. And you've got some solid legs on you, aren't you? Like genetic, like they're quite a strong genetic point. I think as well, bro, because I was crippled. Yeah. Like I was like, my legs are going to be my best point. So I went through a phase when I was at uni, when I was like 19. Yeah. It's stupid in hindsight, but I'd literally train legs like well, it would be three times a week. And then each leg session would be like 2 hours long. I would do I'd start with, I remember the exact exercise I'd do as well. I'd start with squats.
Yeah.
I'd either do 5 sets of 5 or 10 sets of 10.
Fucking hell,
10
mate.
sets of 10 squats.
You're really getting to your villain arc then.
Bro. Then I'd do leg press for 4 sets. Then I'd do Romanian deadlifts for 4 sets. Then I'd do leg extensions for 4 sets. Superset with leg curls for 4 sets.
3 times a week.
3 times a week.
That's definitely overtraining. But
dude, it's so pointless. I could have done like 1/10 of that.
How often do you train nowadays?
5 days a week.
Okay.
So yeah, I currently do. I've just gone to I think it's like pull, push legs, rest, and then I'm still trying to work this out in the minute. Pull push,
okay,
pull push,
that's
and then
really
rest.
good.
What do you do?
I'm a bit on and off at the moment because I'm traveling all the time now.
Yeah, dude.
But I'm trying to do push, pull, legs.
Yeah.
Rest.
Yeah.
Push, pull, arms.
Okay.
And that's for this because I'm doing a video about it.
Yeah.
And then rest.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not as bothered about my leg training anymore.
Yeah.
I used to be a bit of a psycho of legs as well. Nothing on your level. But
yeah. What did you used to do?
Well, not a psycho, but I was doing it 2 times a week. I was squatting heavy 2 times a week.
Yeah.
And as much as that sounds weird, like less than 1% of the population train legs intensely 2 times a week. You know what I'm saying? So
is this an actual figure or is this?
No, that's
I was like, have you researched this?
No, but no one ever trained like all my mates. None of them train legs. But I was really into legs. I built some solid legs. But yeah, I go through stages of like motivation when it comes to training. So at the moment, I'm fairly motivated, but at the same time, I'm more motivated with like traveling and like having a good time.
Yeah, man.
But I'll always be training.
And once you've got it, you can get your foot off the gas a little bit. I think. I really do think because it's like Mike Thurston's a prime example.
Like what?
In terms of like he's built his physique, and then he just maintains his sick physique.
Do you think he's natural?
I was about to ask you this. Do you think he's natural? I do think he's natural.
Oh, it's a fucking sticky one, man.
This is the reason, right? Okay, so I didn't used to think that he's natural.
Yeah.
And then I went to Ibiza and it was like all of that crew there. I met up with like Louis Armstrong and Rob Lipsett and Mike, absolute legends. And then like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I might have asked him, but the main thing that did it for me was, I think I said to Rob, I was like, Rob Lipsett, I was like, Rob, like, do you think Mike is natty? And he was like, hand on heart. And they've known each other for fucking ages. He was like, hand on heart. Like, we've been walking back from like Pasha at 6 a.m. or like we've been on like a night out and we're stumbling back and it's just been them two and he's been like, Mike, are you natty?
Yeah.
And then he's been like yes. And I'm like, I believe that, you know.
I get you.
I believe that.
Yeah, I get you. It's like
I'm not gonna lie to your best mate.
Yeah, I'm mates with Nathaniel Messiah.
I believe,
and a lot of people think he's unnatural.
Yeah,
and it's the same. It's like I've spoken to him. We've hung out loads. We've got drunk together. We've had great nights together. We've spoken a lot.
Yeah,
and he's told me like he's 100%, and I believe him.
Yeah,
and I think that is a big thing. With Mike, like I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
I'm really 50-50.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at the guy, you're going to be like, not natural.
Yeah. But 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Matt does fitness.
I think he's natty.
Yeah, but that's the thing that swayed me for Mike as well. Because I always used to group Matt and Mike together.
Right.
Similar age, both sick physiques, you know.
Yeah.
Mike's obviously more tanned, which definitely helps.
Definitely helps. Yeah.
And then when, Matt did that, because I was never like sure about him. I was like, I don't know. And then when he did that more plates, more dates, the drug testing, I was like, okay, I believe it, 100%.
Yeah.
Matt is natty.
I'm the exact same.
Yeah.
Like, he really went to the extent of like doing these extreme drug tests, not just getting like a blood test. He was doing like not just like a simple blood test where you can stop doing steroids for a couple of weeks and then it'll come up as your natural.
Yeah.
Like he was going to he was with more plates, more dates who knows so much that if he verified it, I believe that. And I respect him for going to the extreme of proving himself.
I said to him as well, because I remember when he snapped his Achilles, and I was like, mate, you should just take peptides. Like, there's peptides out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you heard of peptides?
No.
So there's things that bodybuilders can take, that people can take, that improve healing.
Right.
So there's like a peptide called TB500, which basically regenerates new blood vessels.
Yeah.
So it means that if you have an injury, like a tendon injury or something, it can make the healing much quicker. And I was like, mate, you should look into this. Because I looked into it when I was having all these surgeries. And then he was like, no, Because like I can't do it because it's a banned
controversy.
it's a banned substance. So he's like, so he's like, I can't even. He's like, I don't think I can do it because
Thing is, it's probably not got any anabolic properties. But if he did that, there'd be all the kids online who know nothing about steroids, just calling him a fake natty at that point. Or call him an unnatural and stuff like that. So I get his point of view of why he wants to just avoid that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
What?
I was just thinking because I've taken Clen.
Oh, you've taken Clen?
Yeah, I made a video on it, and like obviously Clen is questionable. It's not. If you're using Clen, you're not natural.
You're not natural if you use Clen.
I would argue.
Are you?
Okay, so this is where people are going to be like up in outrage.
Okay.
I would say if you take something like testosterone,
yeah.
If you take something like Tren, if you take something that's anabolic, like a steroid, an androgen basically, then you're not natural.
Okay.
You stop taking it, you're not natural.
Yeah.
Like maybe like 10 years down the line, I still think some of the effect, the way that you look it's still gonna be impacted by the drugs that you took, depending on how long you took the drugs for. Yeah, okay. I believe that. Okay. So I'd say if you take something like that, you're not natural. Something like Clen it's purely a fat burner.
And it's not got any anabolic properties.
It's not hormonal.
Yeah.
So it's like it will have no effect on your hormonal system. It's not got anabolic properties per se. It can, I think you retain muscle on it if you're in a big dieting phase, but it's mainly a fat burner. So if you're taking that in like a natural competition, you're not natural.
You're not.
But
you would argue though that.
Oh, the light just went off behind you.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
I was so confused. Yeah. Now you got dead lighting on that camera. That's okay. But yeah, go on. You would argue what?
Okay. So you're saying that Clen, unless you're you'd say you can kind of claim natural still.
I'm still claiming that.
Okay. Could you then argue that growth hormone is natural then? Because it's not got any anabolic properties.
I think it does.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But
I could be stupid right now. People could be like, yeah, Joe, growth hormone. I thought it doesn't have any anabolic.
You're just playing dumb. We all know you're on everything. Right?
Injecting it every day. Right?
But that, so it definitely does have anabolic properties. I'm 99.9% sure.
Okay.
So yeah, it does. But you're right in the sense, I don't think it's
not a hormone.
I don't think it's actually a hormone. Yeah. Yes, you're not injecting a hormone into you. I think it is classed as a peptide as well, but then it causes a upregulation of a hormone. But yeah, I'd say the growth hormone definitely not natural.
Definitely different to Clen.
Anything that has anabolic properties, I think, and changes your physiology, like from a muscle point of view, you know, or like on a really small scale.
Yeah.
Because then Clen, the way it works, it just basically increases your. I can't remember the exact way it works, but it's
people shake on it.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can get really bad cramps from it. You shake on it. So it's a bronchial dilator, which means I might be getting this wrong because it's a long time since I actually took it and researched it.
Yeah.
I'm on it right. We're not joking. But yeah, it's a bronchial dilator. So do you know your bronchioles like around here? Mm-hmm. Or is it here? I can't remember. It go into your lungs.
Right, yeah.
Trachea bronchioles. But yeah, it widens those. So the main reason why it's banned, a banned substance, is because it improves your cardiac output. Yeah. So if you're a boxer, bro, that's one thing I noticed. Like, it's when I did a contest. Yeah. And I'd be doing like cardio, like 40 minutes of cardio and like nothing, like no.
And you'd feel calm.
Oh, I'd feel like I feel like I was on like 2 weeks out, like shredded to the bone, like starving. I feel like I could sprint it.
Why don't you take it anymore?
Because it's something that can enlarge your heart, give you scarring on your heart as well.
Right.
So it's a difficult one, man. I think in the dosages that you need for fat loss, so it's like anything. The dose makes the poison. You know,
for sure.
You can die from taking too much water because of there's a toxic amount of water. Like everything has a toxic dose. Yeah. So I'm sure.
Would you consider doing like low dose in the future if you want to get in shape for like a summer holiday?
Probably not a summer holiday. If I was doing an untested show, say if I was doing a bodybuilding show, do
you think you will do a bodybuilding show in the future?
I don't know, man. Because like my friend Tom, right? He's competed.
I know Tom.
Yeah, he's competed this weekend actually. He's in my videos. Yeah, he's. Oh, let me show this picture of him. You're gonna be like,
is he natural?
100% on my life is natural.
Right.
Yeah. I've like messaged him like, bro, you should just jump on some testosterone. You won't be feeling so fucked. Look how shredded he is. I'll put this on the screen as well, even though he sent it to me and like his ass is in it. All the dudes are gonna love it. This is like if you put this on Reddit, people would be like, "There's no way this guy's natty." Yeah.
Yeah.
He like has never taken
Jesus
anything. Like, look at his ass.
Christ.
Have a little look.
Jesus Christ,
he is
mate.
hand on heart. He has never taken anything.
How many days out is he there?
I think he's like 2 weeks out there.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He looks like he could step on stage that day.
Oh, well, he did a show a few weeks ago. Like, look at the striations on his ass,
Mate,
bro.
that's fucking mad. That's fucking mad.
It's insane. Yeah, he did a show. I did a show a few weeks ago. He won it, and like then, but that was an untested show. So he did it like as kind of. He didn't think he'd. I think he just did it as like a bit of a warm up.
Yeah.
So the main show he's doing is BNBF, British Natural Bodybuilding Federation, I think.
Yeah.
So that's all drug tested. That's like the natty one,
nice,
like
nice.
actual natty, not like Muscle Mania.
Yeah, well, it's like untested.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like proper natural. So that's the main one he's doing this weekend.
Good
But
luck
yeah,
to him.
dude,
Good luck.
I can't remember how he got onto that. But yeah, he's definitely never taken anything. The thing of him though is like he does not have good genetics. Like
He must have decent genetics.
dude, he has shit genetics.
Really?
Yeah, like I always used to take the piss out of him for having no chest. It's really bad. I used to call him Mastectomy Tom, like he's had his breasts removed. And like literally like he has like the skinniest ankles, the skinniest arm. And for like the first like 4 years of training, he would just look awful. Like really,
Yeah.
there's a picture of me and him at NAS Festival.
Yeah.
And I'm like topless looking like fucking Giga Chad.
Yeah.
And then he's there just like looking like absolutely emaciated, like dying. Yeah.
So you're a believer in you can genuinely outwork your genetics then, basically?
100%. But
Yeah.
it's like, how far are you willing to go?
Yeah.
Like his life, like right now, he's
His
doing like
bodybuilding.
16,000 steps a day. I
Yeah,
think he's doing
yeah.
an hour of cardio every day.
Yeah.
On his non-trained days, he's eating 1,400 calories.
Fuck, man.
His like dick doesn't work. He can't like, he's like,
I couldn't do that, bro. I wouldn't want to do that.
you don't want to ever want to compete?
Nah, bro. I stay naturally lean,
Yeah.
like all year round, purely because of my genetics.
Yeah.
But mate, I love food too much. Like if my parents ask me out for a meal,
Yeah.
I want to be able to go.
Yeah.
And that's just how I want to live my life. But full respect to guys like that who
It's
have
nuts,
the commitment
isn't
to do it.
You ever wanted to compete in anything like powerlifting?
Maybe for like a video, I give myself 2 weeks to prepare for a meet or something like that. Because I'm quite lean as it is.
Yeah.
I can maybe do like a little like Jesse James West style, like
Yeah.
4 week shred, go to a bodybuilding show, but nothing. I would never take it like so seriously.
Yeah.
I take training seriously. Like when I'm in the gym, I train hard, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't. It doesn't interest me as much as it interests a lot of other people.
I noticed as well. You started like, I swear a few years ago. This is just me from the outside in.
Yeah.
You were like 100% training is like all you did. You know, like
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I saw you start to like go out more, like you went to Ibiza. You
Yeah.
started to enjoy. Like,
yeah. I mean, I think it's just.
do you like going out and stuff?
I think it's yeah.
Festivals and other things.
I like going out with my mates. Like we were in Amsterdam the other day, and we were like, let's go for a night out there.
How was it?
It was cool, man. It was cool.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
Weird stuff.
weird stuff in
Go on,
Amsterdam.
but
I don't do
walking-
drugs or anything. Like genuinely, like
Yeah.
I don't do any drugs, but I drink
Yeah.
here and there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, back in the day, obviously training was my entire life.
Yeah.
Now I know that there's more to life than just training.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I slack on the training. I still, if anything, when I'm actually in the gym, I'll
Yeah.
work harder. But it won't be like me watching bodybuilding videos all night, every night now. It'll be me.
Did you
Going
feel?
out with my
Did you feel
mates.
like you couldn't go out? Like,
Well, I mean, it was a lockdown a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah,
and,
good point.
And I was under 18 for a lot of it
very
as well.
good point. Yeah.
But yeah, I think another thing is like with my job, I like meet a lot of new people, and I was quite a socially awkward kid growing up.
Yeah, man.
But then I've kind of had to force myself out of that socially awkward state.
Yeah.
I think people can still tell I'm kind of naturally introverted, but I try and extrovert myself a lot. Like I try and step out my comfort zone, and I think that has helped me become more extroverted as time's gone on.
Yeah.
So I will go out with my mates. I will, I'll do other stuff than just sit in my room,
Yeah.
eat some chicken, and go to the gym. Like,
Did you used to struggle like I think everyone does, to be honest, but say like meeting new people, if you have to go, especially like one for me was chatting to girls, man.
Yeah,
that was
but
like one that used to like instill
scare you.
fear into
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Well, with
yeah.
me, bro, I went to an all boys school.
Oh no.
And an all boys 6 foot. So primary school,
Yeah.
there was a big divide with the boys and girls.
Yeah.
Classic, because you're primary school kids.
Yeah.
You're like,
you don't
ooh,
care.
girls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Secondary school, all boys school. So never spoke to girls.
Mm-hmm.
Sixth form, all boys sixth form. then lockdown hits before that even ends.
Yeah.
So there's another like year of no speaking to girls. So I'm at 19 years old and I've had pretty much no actual physical interaction with girls.
Yeah.
Like hardly anything.
Yeah.
So I was very awkward with girls coming out of that. And I still like, I could never go up to a girl sober and like ask for a number or anything. Not a chance.
It's just practice.
Could you do that then? Obviously, you're in a happy relationship at the moment. But
I do it anyway. No, I'm joking. Yes, but
wow.
But no, it would scare the shit out of me though. Like I find like when I've been single.
Yeah.
So like it's weird. Actually, I was reading a book called The Talent Code, and it talks about how like the more times you do something.
Yeah.
You just build up the neurological pathways associated with it. Same thing with fear.
Okay.
So if you're like, let's say you're scared of heights and you expose yourself and then you stand on the edge of a building and you feel like you're going to like literally die.
Yeah.
But then you force yourself to do it maybe 10, 20, 30 times. By the 30th time, you're going to be fine. Like you're going to be used to that.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as like, have you ever heard of CBT?
I've heard of it.
Cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yes.
I think that's based on that kind of notion of like exposing yourself to something that you fear.
Yeah.
And dude, I think like everyone, like sure there's going to be like maybe 0.01% of guys who actually like don't have a phobia of like chatting to like girls.
Yeah.
But I think like everyone, man, if you're honest with yourself, you're going to be like, this is fucking terrifying.
But you're saying if you just do it loads, you'll
Yeah, dude. Like I used to be so scared of it. Like I used to like, I remember like I'd be somewhere. And let's say, because I think we're kind of similar. Well, it's probably different, but I never used to like going out. So when I was like 18, 19, like I just didn't like going out. At uni, I went out like a handful of times.
Really?
I just used to train. I used to be so boring, just train. And I'd be like, well, I don't want to waste my time in these shit like clubs going out. And yeah, like I remember like I would see like a girl in a bar or something or a club that I'd be like, oh, she's so hot.
Yeah.
Like I'd really want to speak to her. And then I'd be there like just like looking for ages and I would never build up the confidence.
Yeah.
And then she'd leave.
Yeah.
And I'd go home
like,
you know that feeling.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, enough is enough.
Yeah.
And then especially I met my mate Alex. All three of us used to live together. Me, myself, Tom and Alex.
Yeah.
And I think we're all kind of in a similar boat, but he was kind of like always, he would always like chat to people, and then he would like force me, or if I go out with him, like we would just do weird things, like literally just go up and sit on someone's table, like a group of girls, and then just start chatting to them.
Yeah.
And then I soon realized that the first 10, 20 seconds might be a bit awkward, that might be a bit hostile. But then once that's broken, you have like sick conversations with people, and you get on really well. But yeah, man, going back to it, I'd still be like, because I haven't done that in so long, it'd be like breaking that barrier would be difficult again.
Sure.
But it's just about that initial fear getting over it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like you said, if you do it enough times, you kind of just, it becomes second nature and you can do it. But
yeah,
I mean, I think it's just the hard part about doing it those first couple times. That's the thing you've got to push through.
100%, man.
I don't think I've ever actually, unless I've been like absolutely like so drunk, I don't think I've ever gone up to a girl. A lot of times I'm just hoping that they'll come up to me.
I think you'll be surprised, dude. And a lot of lads will be so surprised by how many people actually give you their time or like give you their number. I reckon.
What, is in like a good way or is in a bad way?
In a good way.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon for like, especially someone that like takes care of himself. If you go to the gym like a few times a week, if you have a decent haircut, if you like wear okay clothes, you're already better than 80% of blokes.
Sure.
So like, then I think if you go up to someone and then you have the confidence and be like, obviously this is a really shit example, but like what's your number? You know what I mean? You're not going to say it like that. I haven't thought about it in a long time. But yeah, if you went up to someone to get the number, I reckon there's like good 80% chance that they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what's the worst thing that's going to happen?
They can say no, yeah.
Yeah, they can say no. And I think the other thing is like, I haven't spoken about it so long. I love this shit. But I think the other thing is people, we think the worst case scenario is worse than it actually is, you know? Like you absolutely shit yourself over this thing. And then the thing you're scared of actually happens. Yeah. Like your biggest fear is like looking like an idiot and her being like, no. Yeah. You go up to someone and be like, start chatting to them like, what's your number? And she's like, I've got a boyfriend, sorry. And you're like, okay. And you're like,
that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
When you actually deep it, it's really not that bad.
Have you had like any things that you've like insecurities that you've overcome, do you think, or things that you used to struggle with?
Obviously the acne,
Yeah.
the body,
Yeah.
and I'd say the body, like, it's never gonna end. Like, I'll always be insecure about that.
You're insecure now?
Yeah, well insecure.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know, like, I want to get bigger in t-shirts and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm definitely really insecure about that. The acne fucking took over though. That was an extreme, mate. When that was bad, that way worse than my body ever.
Yeah.
Like, the acne, ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's kind of it, man. Like,
What is it about your body?
just, I'm a naturally skinny guy.
Yeah.
Don't like it. I want to be bigger.
Even now, considering how much size you put on.
Yeah.
Like, how much weight have you gained since you started training?
I'm 85 kilos now. So I started training like 55 kilos around a similar height.
That's a lot.
So
dude.
30 kilos, but obviously a lot of that's puberty growing up, because I started at 15 at like about 6'3",
Yeah.
55 kilos.
Uh-huh.
I'm now 21,
Yeah.
85, 6'4".
Yeah.
So I put on a lot of weight, and I'm sure that if my skinny self saw myself now, he'd be like, fucking
But
amazing.
you're in good shape. 85 lean is
85 lean. I'm still
heavy.
quite light for my height though, but I am lean in fairness.
But I think for anyone, man, regardless of your height, 90 kilos lean is like big, bro.
Well, where is the fucking size?
Nah.
But yeah, I don't know. My body is a big insecurity of mine, but at the end of the day, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, because it means that I'm always going to be motivated to carry on training, and I'm always going to be motivated to do my job. And also, I think that the fact that I'm not some genetic freak and I'm not some big guy, I genuinely think that that's kind of helped my socials out.
100%.
I think it makes me somewhat more relatable to the general population.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a blessing in disguise. Some days I wish I was a genetic freak. Some days I'm happy with how my life's gone, kind of.
Yeah, man. I reckon, I don't know, I think a lot of people, or like as you get older, you're 21.
Yeah, 21.
You might like grow out of it.
I think I
reckon you will, because
Yeah.
I think I've noticed like is a lot of things that I really used to care about or like used to bother me.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Like the leg being the main one, man. Like I've told this story before, but I used to, so I've got like a thigh length. It looks like a suspender, leg
Right.
support on now, which I wear every single day.
Yeah.
I used to have to wear like one below my knee, so it just looked like a long sock basically.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, this is hideous. Like, I'm so disgusting. Like, be repulsed to look at myself. And I remember, like, I got like my first girlfriend, and like, if I got changed, like, I'd have to go like into the toilet to get changed, so she wouldn't see my like leg.
Right.
And I used to be like so insecure about it, dude. If anyone like pointed out or looked at it, like, I'd go like bright red, and it like crushed me.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until I went to uni, and I was probably like, I don't know, 19, 20, that I started to like, I think I started watching these like, it's called RSD, like these weird like dating videos about like mindset and confidence.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I started watching those, and it was like, oh, you got to do the things that scare you and head towards like this. I started like to do things like I'd like wear shorts or do things that I feared the most. Okay. And then like through that, I kind of conditioned myself to get used to it and not give a fuck by like exposing myself to that.
What we talked about earlier, isn't it? Like,
definitely, dude.
Yeah, bro. And I think that's it. I genuinely think that's it. Like, you know, if there's a problem you have at the end of the day, like it sounds horrible, but the only solution to it is to put yourself in that situation as many times as possible, and like put yourself in the uncomfortable situation as many times as possible.
It's like you, and it's just so cliche, but it's like aversion ascension kind of thing. I got tattooed on me. It's like you've got a choice. You can either make something better and go towards that fear, or you can stay in your little safe space away from that fear, and then you'll remain exactly the same. Like, how are you with like speaking to a camera in public? Really good now. How were you? Horrible, yeah. Did it used to give you like crippling anxiety? I wouldn't do it. Like, I wouldn't want to go like that because I'd be scared about people looking. I'm sure you're the same. Like, you must have been. Yeah, dude. And now you can just go out and just film like that. Well, I take a while to warm up sometimes, I find. No, I get that. Like, I got to get into it. It's like when I'm doing interview videos. Yeah. It would take me a while to warm up, and like, I'll bottle it. Like, if I'm interviewing girls for a video, right? Yeah. A group of girls walk back, and at the start I'll be bottling it. But after I've done like 3 or 4 of those interviews, I will go up to anyone. Do you find it's like an addictive feeling? Do you find it feels good?
Yeah, it feels amazing.
Yeah, man. Because you overcome that.
But you're
you?
so nervous at the start.
Yeah.
At the start, it takes me like 20 minutes to interview the first person because I'm shitting it.
Yeah.
But then, you know, once you've done it a couple times, boom, you realise.
Dude, that's exactly the same thing with like cold approaching or chatting to like strangers at bars and stuff. It's like the most horrible thing at first, and you'll do anything not to be there, and then you get there, you do it, and you're like, this actually feels so good. And it's like the win. Yeah, man.
But I'm more confident on camera, so like I will have more confidence when I'm on camera. Like I've done like muscle suit pranks, right? I've done like random shit on camera.
Yeah.
Because the camera's there, I think I'm more confident.
Yeah.
And I say this to my mates, I'm like, when there's a camera in front of me, I can go speak to a girl.
Yeah.
When there's not a camera in front of me, I can't. It sounds bad. But,
you can just do HS Tiggy Talkie.
Yeah. But yeah.
But that I guess is just about like, but maybe it's because you have the camera like is the excuse for doing that thing.
Yeah.
So that's like the fall. You're like, oh, I'm only doing this because of this.
Yeah. But in reality, I could definitely do it without the camera. I've just never had like true motivation to do it without the camera.
Yeah.
With the camera, it's like I'm creating a viral video or something like that, and that's why I'll do it.
You've got that to fall back on. Like if you're like an idiot, like, oh, it's for a YouTube video. Whereas like if someone's like, what's this guy doing? You're like,
that's another thing. Yeah, literally, bro. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
man.
Well, I'll see if there's anything else I wanted to pick your brains on.
Yeah, bro.
Mate, the insecurities thing was pretty much the main thing that I wanted to touch on, really.
Yeah. It's just really like physical insecurity is being acne and body.
Yeah.
And that then leads to mental, like me feeling shit mentally.
Mm.
You know, I'll have this physical insecurity.
Yeah.
And then that will start affecting my social confidence.
Yeah.
All of that.
What about, I think I asked you this before we started, but other trips, other plans for YouTube?
We've got some good trips coming on. One, I don't want someone stealing the idea.
Oh shit! Yeah, as I was saying, I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
I was like,
okay. I just went to Netherlands. I'm going to India soon.
India?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Mumbai, and then some other country near Mumbai. I forgot what it's called for a specific video, which I'm not.
A country near Mumbai or a city?
A city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then two other places, which I've told you about what the reasons are.
Yeah.
But I don't want people stealing the ideas. Yeah. But I love that. I think it's such a sick thing that I can literally travel and get paid for it. Like,
mate, it's insane,
it's
man.
the dream life.
It's insane.
Like it's genuinely, I love it. Like it makes me smile. Like
it inspires me, mate. To like, I'm like, oh, I should be doing more of this shit. Like I should be doing.
Get out and do it, man. Like you're going to Thailand, for example. I'm sure you can make banging content there.
Yeah, man.
Like, I don't. What? So many people are going there at the moment.
What, to Thailand?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
bro, have you ever
people.
been?
I went to Vietnam.
Okay, that's cool as well.
Yeah.
Did you know it's just so cheap?
So cheap.
It's so like people are friendly.
Yeah, like
food is good.
Yeah.
Albeit very small.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's delicious.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good. I'm gassed for you.
Yeah, bro. Anyway, I'm pretty much good to wrap this if you are.
Good to wrap it up.
We don't want to we want to end it to keep people wanting more rather than to drag it out. Fuck no.
Yes.
But cheers, dude.